The Many Wives, Lies, and Lives of Simon Guobadia. These are the days of his life. Simon Guobadia, if that's his real name, immigrated to the United States in the early 80s at the ever so tender age of 18. His trip was supposed to be on a 6-month visa, but instead of adhering to the laws of this land, he overstayed his welcome, and that's when he met and married his first wife, Karen. The union lasted for over 2 decades, and within that time frame, Simon's life of crime would begin. During that time, he applied for citizenship, but his request was denied because immigration found out that the marriage was a fraud because they didn't live together, nor was the marriage consummated. According to the records, he moved on from this long-suffering woman to the gullible and beautiful Fallon, where that marriage lasted only 2 years, ending in 2021. But it is alleged that they were together for a total of 5 years. Kicking her way into these people's marriage is Porsha Williams Guobadia, his latest. And let me remind you that Porsha was a guest in these people's home. She saw the lavish lifestyle Fallon had, wanted it, and when she got it, she then tried to convince herself and her audience that 1, she wasn't a friend of Fallon, and 2, love is just love. She had 2 or 3 ceremonies to solidify her place as wife number 3 or 4 or 5 of this man, only to end up 15 months later filing for divorce. There are allegations that this man is or was married in his home country of Nigeria, by the way, but I digress. The lies. Simon Guobadia's dossier reads like an Oppenheimer autobiography, tall tales of self-aggrandizing and myths, where, according to his LinkedIn profile, this man has been CEO, CFO, ABCDEFO of every Fortune 500 250 company, along with the ones he created. Not to mention, according to the court documents, he has been deported several times after overstaying his visas. The lives. Young Simon was born in Nigeria, and allegedly his father was in charge of the prison system. After overstaying 2 of his visas and being sent back to Nigeria, he came back, and while here, he was arrested in 1987 for bank and credit card fraud. He pled guilty to the felony charge, served his time in prison, and when he got out, he applied for a green card under a fake name, and he was granted residency. He was arrested again for using an unauthorized vehicle, and between 1989 and 1991, he was arrested for using a fake ID to obtain a credit card and purchased a vehicle, after which he was deported. He re-entered the country again, allegedly under a fake ID that he used to request temporary status that was approved. In 2007, he started this Legion-type petroleum company where he is the CEO of all 5 of these companies. He then reapplied for citizenship, which was denied. He also allegedly had several children whose mothers are currently unknown, which brings us to 2021, where he met Porsha after his poor wife Fallon invited her to her home. Shortly after, in April of 2021, they announced that their marriage was over, which is when Porsha announced that they were dating. A month later, in May of 2021, they announced their engagement. Then in November of 2022, he married Porsha in Nigeria, knowing that he had a 30-year lengthy criminal record riddled with bank and credit card fraud, allegedly. After marrying her here in the States, he applied again for citizenship, which was denied. So as it stands, Simon 9 Lives Legion Guobadia is scheduled to be deported from these United States. And seeing that he loves the silver screen so much, I'm sure he will find some unsuspecting woman in Nigeria to marry for the 5th or 6th time, and they can be a part of the Real Housewives of Lagos. Would you watch? I know I would. Let me know what you think in the comment section of this intriguing tale of the wives, lives, and lives of Simon Guobadia. And if you haven't already, remember to like the video and subscribe. Also, turn on your notification bell and please watch when you're notified. I'd really appreciate it. And stay tuned for more. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.